All right. Good morning, everybody. Evening, afternoon, wherever you're at. Today I'm going to talk about. Well, actually, I just got off the phone with Bill Cosby ASMR, and this is going to be kind of a spoiler alert on a movie because I'm going to relate it to what's going on with David. The name of the movie is called Equilibrium. It's with Christian Bale, and the setting is it's basically there's a Third World War, right? And then people figured out that what was causing violence was people's emotions. So they started medicating people from to keep their emotions suppressed. Okay. That was from Bill Cosby ASMR. And anyways, okay, back to this. So in Equilibrium, right, the main leader ends up dying, okay, but all his main people that surrounded him ended up keeping the lie alive, right? Okay, this is how I'm going to relate it to David. So what me and Bill Cosby ASMR were just saying, a couple things. One thing David would never do is put any kind of assets of his in anybody else's name, okay? But now Michelle is now the owner of the residential center, right? This is why we're thinking David is either really fucking sick in a hospital or he's taking a dirt nap. All right. And I say this very loosely. I could be wrong, but with the way David's health was going last time, I'm an addict. There's a lot of ex-addicts in our group. One thing with being an addict is you're always an addict. So we as addicts have to say, I'm an addict, okay? Because that's how addicts' brains function, okay? And being an addict, you can recognize the behaviors of certain drug symptoms, right? We definitely believe David's on drugs. No doubt. There's some cocaine use in there, 100%. No doubt some prescription drugs and probably some fucking speed, okay? And this is coming from an outward observation of people who have been intoxicated under those drugs and say, yep, that's speed, that's cocaine. Those are exhibiting behavioral signs of illicit and prescription drug use. Sound about right, Michelle? Michelle probably is oblivious to the thought that David is using drugs, but Michelle, he is. Whether or not you know or whether or not you care, we don't know. We don't know. But again, this was just about how basically what the cult members are doing now. Okay, say David is gone, okay? Just put this into perspective, guys. Think of how much time of these people, a time of these people's life they've given to David, right? And say he did take a dirt nap, okay? Say he did. They have every reason to maintain that lie and keep it alive because they've given so much to David. I would like to think they would want some sort of retribution in that. Why not? Given all that time and money up to him, and then for him to the fact that he couldn't even take care of his own health, and for him to just fucking croak, maybe? I don't know, guys. I don't know. These are things that we're thinking because we haven't seen him in a long time. And for him to come out and say he's going to be here July 22nd and 23rd, highly doubt it. Again, the residential center, guys, is in Michelle's name. We all know. You and I both know. There's no fucking way David would ever let that happen. No way. There's no way in hell. David's too much of a greedy con man to do that. Stop it, Marilyn. So, puts everything in Michelle's name. Maybe to hide his crimes. Maybe because he knows the noose is tightening. And I am sending out more fraud reports too, guys. I just sent some out today. It's funny, the dogs always do this when I have a video. Again, back to the equilibrium status. Is the fact that what if David is already gone and we just don't know it? But you have the main cult cronies and the main cult concubines maintain the lie because they've given so much to him that the only thing they know how to do is maintain the lie that they've been telling for David all along. Makes kind of sense. This is a conversation I have quite often with several channel members, Bill Cosby ASMR in particular, because we're sitting back here watching these health signs, and it's just, David looks like shit, man. You looked like shit last time, David. You looked like shit last time. And for somebody in your health condition with the pandemic, you know what it does to that type of body, okay? You know what it does to that type of person in those type of health conditions. It's not good. We know David's been shut in for 2 years or 3 years or whatever. But if he had to move out of his Wild Horse Meadows house, I mean, how has he been in shut in for 2 years too, right? So he's had to move houses all along, and that's what they do with him. They hop him around houses. He's got several houses. On the county appraisal district, I think there's about 5 or 6 that they have. Stop it, Maryland, go. So with that, it's makes you question a lot if David's even here with us anymore. You guys let me know what you think, man. I kick this around quite often because we don't see him. His health was poor last time. I'm only sure it's gotten worse. I mean, eating steak and lobster, David, on a weekly basis isn't a good diet. Smothered in fucking butter, dude, you're just clogging your arteries up, dude. You're asking for it. So again, guys, that's a little bit of what's been going on. What I think, and being a couple of the other channel members think, man, he could be very, very sick. That's why we don't see him. Now he's got this prayer group on Zoom, 21 days of prayer. Maybe this is our sign that David's gone. They're praying for 21 days because David kicked the fucking bucket, man. What do you guys think? Let me know. Let us know. Let everybody know. It all makes sense. Why we don't see him, why all the names are getting switched around. Or again, he could be doing it to cover his crimes. But again, me and Bill Cosby ASMR and a lot of other medical professionals that are on this group have said, dude, he's really sick. He's sick. He has underlying health concerns that we can see that he probably should have addressed as soon as possible, really, before anything bad happens. So with that being said, you guys, just a thought, just a food for thought, I've thought this oftentimes because we don't see him. It's just like he just fell off the face of the planet. You don't hear from him, you don't see him, you don't hear him. So questions, comments, concerns, leave them below. Hit that like and subscribe. And we're going to keep on this. Catherine Crick, too, she's on our list, too. I've had a lot of other people request that I go after Kenneth Copeland. And I still am highly considering that, but that sack of shit, we don't see him very often anyways. He's going to kick the bucket too soon anyways. It's like, if you look at all these televangelist guys, they've kind of sold their souls to the devil already, just doing what they do. They're going to go to hell because they've had their paradise on earth, if you catch my drift, right? One of the things I want to get off to real quick is David has no doubt fell to one of the 7 deadly sins of gluttony. No doubt. Eating steak and lobster, David, on donor funds. That's fucking gluttony as fuck, dude. So, welcome to the 7 deadly sins, David.